Hello, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jurek, and in a few minutes I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lohr with a look at today's forecast and beyond. We'll start with some state news here in Mankato. Minnesota State University Mankato is preparing for a possible budget deficit for the next fiscal year that starts in July. A spokesperson for the university says the deficit is the result of rising operational and instructional costs and deceased funding from the Minnesota State Legislature. For the last 2 years, the university has been evaluating and reviewing its programs to make sure they align with the needs of students, industry demands, and economic trends. Right now, the campus community is discussing the review and what changes need to be made so the university can continue to provide students with a well-rounded educational experience. According to the university spokesperson, the Minnesota State system, which is made up of 33 colleges and universities, says across the state it is seeking $465 million in new funding from the legislature to help alleviate the budget concerns. Due to current weather conditions and increased fire danger, a burn ban is now in effect for Blue Earth County. This ban prohibits all outdoor burning activities to prevent the risk of uncontrollable fires and to ensure public safety. In state news, but out in Washington, D.C., a Blue Earth County veteran is in Washington, D.C., testifying before Congress. Michael McLaughlin is an Iraq War veteran and a Blue Earth County Veterans Service officer. He testified as part of a joint House and Senate hearing on issues facing veterans. McLaughlin addressed issues like the VA's relationship with veterans, particularly in how inaccessible many services can be to veterans in need of the VA services. He pushed for a more localized approach to the operations, as well as an easing of the restrictions of who gets approved for compensation.
And increase community frontline resources for veterans, not at a regional office, not at a medical center where the veterans live. Counties, states, and municipalities are where our veterans live. They don't live at the medical center, they don't live at the regional office.
McLaughlin made similar trips in Congress in 2021, 22, and 2023. In some somber news, actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa have been found dead in their home. That's according to the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office. It says investigators don't suspect foul play, but the cause of death is unconfirmed. It's been a slow start to the year for the fast food industry, so Subway has announced a plan to try to attract more customers. The sandwich chain is bringing back discounted footlongs. Beginning Friday, you can get any footlong sandwich at Subway for just $6.99. That's a big discount since some footlongs regularly cost as much as $14. There is a catch, however. The offer is only available through the Subway app or website with the code 6-99-F-L, and it's only available for a limited time. Well, we're going to switch some gears to some weather out there in Caitlin. A little bit chillier start to the day and a little bit chillier of a day than what we've seen recently. However, that's not to take away from the sunshine that's beaming down on everybody here.
Yeah, and really the reason it's going to feel a little bit cooler than what we've been dealing with is really just because of the winds out there. And ultimately, it's not going to be that different from yesterday as far as wind chills go. They're going to keep us kind of where we were yesterday, but if they weren't there, we'd kind of be up in the low to mid 50s across the area for what it would feel like now. You know, going back to that Subway story, it's great conditions to have a picnic outside. You might want to have a little rock nearby if you have some napkins or though, because it is on the windy side, but it's a great time for a family picnic. Go to the park, get outside, enjoy the sunshine. We're not really even looking at a lot of rain. We are, though, looking at a little bit of rain, a very, 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 very small chance, very small window of rain possible tomorrow afternoon and maybe a stray flurry tomorrow night. But aside from that, what we're really watching for is that cold front that's going to move through next week on Tuesday, bringing in that chance of rain in the form of scattered showers across the area that may end up transitioning into that rain-snow mix by Wednesday morning. So we're really not concerned about tomorrow, but we'll talk about tomorrow because there's a chance you may see a few raindrops. But let's focus on today first. High of 51 headed our way, which sounds fantastic, but just know that with these winds through the afternoon hours up to about 20 miles an hour, our wind chill values gonna top out in the mid 40s. So if you did feel comfortable with yesterday's conditions, today's gonna feel fantastic, although Unlike yesterday, we didn't have as strong of winds as we're dealing with today, so that's going to just add that little bit of extra chill in the air. So just keep that in mind. You are going to want to have some sort of light jacket, sweater, sweatshirt with you throughout the day today, just because of that little added chill in the air. Tonight will remain rather quiet but chilly with a low of 37 degrees by tomorrow morning. Now let's talk about that rain chance for tomorrow. We are looking at partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies across the area tomorrow, so pockets of sunshine expected. But then we've got a very, 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 very weak cold front that's going to move through, and that is why we are looking at that chance of some showers in the area, which will start to develop between 11 and 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. As you can see, moving south through the area till about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon when it starts to wrap up. And then again, we're not expecting a lot of accumulation. I know a lot of you are going, do I need my umbrella? Do I need a raincoat tomorrow? What do I need for tomorrow? You won't need any of that. It's going to be so quick and so short-lived and light that you may not even notice that it rained out there, especially if you're inside. It's not going to be a 4-hour consecutive period of rain. It's going to be very light, very spotty, and some of us may not even see it. So again, you don't need that umbrella tomorrow. It's just one of those things that, oh, you might see some rain tomorrow. Very light rain that's not going to accumulate to really anything. We'll hold on to some of that cloud coverage. As you can see, as the system continues to move by, even with the weakness of that cold front, there is a chance for a pop-up flurry or two after midnight heading into Saturday morning. As we take a look at your extended forecast, you'll see we'll still be in the upper 40s tomorrow, but then by Saturday, we're going to drop into the low 30s. And even though that sounds rather cold, that's actually where we should be for this time of year. Our seasonal average for this time of year is right around 30 degrees, give or take a couple of degrees in either direction. And it won't last long. We'll go right back into the 40s and 50s for early next week, but then there's that cold front that's going to move through on Tuesday, dropping temperatures into the mid to upper 30s and bring in not only rain, but a good solid chance for that to become mixed with snow by Wednesday morning.
That Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, including Wednesday as well, looks to be that fool's winter one more time going to hit us. Hopefully some precipitation. We do need it for those drought conditions. But
yes,
we would
do.
take that. But hopefully it's just short-lived. We get what we need for precipitation, and then we go right back.
Fingers crossed, because I'm really enjoying this wonderful weather.
Hopefully it comes back soon. All right, thank you very much, Caitlin. We're going to transition with some sports now. The Mankato West boys hockey team is one win away from a trip to this year's Class A state tournament. Scarlets, the 2 seed, taking on the top seeded Laverne in the 3A title game. Second period, no score. West Keaton Dorzek changes that with a beautiful goal to put the Scarlets up 1-0. Sophomore off to a great start, and he strikes again. Redirects the Jacob Tosh shot. Goaltender is fooled. Scarlets' lead grows to 2-0 in the second. Plenty of fireworks to go around in the period. Here come the Cardinals. Jackson Lice with the assist to Landon Lice. Laverne cuts the deficit in half thanks to the traffic in front of the net. Later, ill-advised pass from West. Cardinals with numbers. Blake Bork to Maddox Domogala. Forward gives it right back to Burke, and he buries it. Cardinals level this game up at 2 after 2 periods of play. That's the score between West and Laverne. No scoring in the third period, so the section championship game comes down to overtime. 1 OT, not enough between these two teams, and double overtime. Scarlets fall in an instant classic, 3-2, as the Cardinals win the 3A title to head to state. Section 2 3A girls basketball action, crosstown matchup between West and East. First half, Cougars' Kylan Stengel opens the scoring with a nice mid-range jumper. Scarlets answer at the other end. Libby Downs to Romo Smith for the bucket. Lots of scoring early. Downs off a turnover adds another 2 to the Scarlets as West settles quickly. East does have an answer. Hannah Full is Stengel underneath the hoop. Nice pass from the senior. Game tied at 4. Scarlet's offense is in rhythm. Work it down low as Smith adds another pair of points. West feeds the hot hand. Smith pulls up for a long 2. Nails it. Scarlet's up 8-4. East will take a timeout. Out of the break, West defense giving the Cougars problems. Scarlets force another turnover, and Downs finds the bottom of the net from beyond the arc. Entertaining first half of action between the two rivals. Scarlets go on to win 55-44 to advance to the section tournament. Coming up today on Cato Living, we've shown you Haley's makeup in studio. Now it's time for Natalia to get her makeup done, which was earlier this week. We show you the montage with Twee from Kiss and Makeup. Plus, we have another taste test Thursday. We're off trying some of those weird food combinations from our viewers' comments on Facebook. All of that and much more coming up today on Cato Living. We'll see you then. Thank you very much, Caitlin, and thanks for watching this KEYC News Now to Go update. Stay with KEYC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
And as always, you can download the free KEYC News and Weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.